and welcome back. Just wanted to share something with everyone out there. Something that I picked up many years ago at one of the ham flea markets. One of the tables was having an estate sale for a ham who had passed on. And it has to be a good 20 years ago I bought this. There was all kinds of equipment there. There was receivers, transmitters, homemade test equipment, and all of it had been built with the same skill and love that this little unit's built with. I just had to buy this. They only charged me, I think it was $5 for it. It didn't have the 6146 in it, but it did have the other two tubes with it when I bought it. Just the detail in this unit is astonishing. Look at these look at the tank coil and the antenna coupling coil. And this is a 6-meter rig, by the way. The little red choke that's in there is an Ohmite Z50. That's a plate choke for a 6-meter transmitter. And I bought this thinking, I'll get into 6 meters CW. And almost immediately after I bought this, got my hands on a transceiver. So this has just been sitting in a drawer for the last 20 years, doing nothing. I don't have the heart to take it apart. It just isn't in me to do it. This is so beautifully made. The guy, it would have been an honor to meet this guy. Look at the lacing down here on this wiring harness. This is old school. I mean, you just don't see that type of work anymore. There's a little piston trimmer in here that I think is a rework, so it's homemade. It looks like he took wire and wound it very tightly on here and then dipped it in solder so that he had the little sleeve to form the little piston trimmer. All the edges of this thing are nicely rounded and deburred. There's not a sharp edge to be found anywhere. Even on this little commercial box here, he had gone to the trouble of smoothing all the edges. This thing is just as slick as can be. This appears to be two homemade coils. They appear to have been made on a lathe, and then they were sort of like threaded, if you will, so he could wind the wire into them. Of course, there's some commercial parts in here. That's a commercial choke. These, from the colored markings on them, might be chokes. Let's see. Choke. No, those are capacitors. Those are capacitors, I think. Yes, those are caps. I've got some chokes with the same color pattern on them, the same design almost. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this thing. It is such a beautifully made little unit. He just took the time to do it right. I mean, nobody does this kind of work anymore. It's so rare to see. Even the tune switch, it'll lock up in the tune position, and then to spot the receiver, you just push it down, it's spring-loaded. Got the place here for his crystal. You have your oscillator, your doubler or tripler. I don't know what crystal he was using in here at the time. It's not marked. It would be easy enough to take a dip meter and figure out if this is made for a second or third overtone crystal. So you've got your oscillator, your buffer tripler or doubler. I'm going to guess it's a tripler. And the 6146 output, which would probably give you at least 50 watts out CW. Well, actually, if you were driving it hard enough, you could probably get 75 watts out of that tube on CW. As long as you didn't hold the key down too long. And that's it. Just wanted to share this with everyone. It's a beautiful piece of work. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Someday I might eBay it. In fact, that would probably be the thing to do, is pass it on to somebody that wants to do something with it. And hopefully it'll go to somebody who just isn't going to take it apart for bits and pieces. Until next time, this is the Radio Mechanic. Thanks for stopping in.